Losing weight after having babies is actually really difficult. I've had 3 babies in the past 5 years. I'm currently 10 months postpartum, and no, I am not in the best shape ever, but this is a realistic sense of losing weight. You know, I went from looking like this to this. It's not perfect, but it's realistic, and I'm going to share with you how I've done that. I think we all know calories in versus calories out, like that is how you're going to actually lose the weight, but it's actually very difficult when you are breastfeeding, and I don't think that's talked about enough. Everyone always says like the weight will fall off when you're breastfeeding, and I have found that that is just not nearly close to the truth, but it is very difficult to lose weight while also eating enough to maintain your milk supply. And I'm not perfect at this, but I think this is just a learning curve for everyone. You have to kind of just figure it out as you go. So with eating and stuff, I have a really hard time with this, and things that I have found that have helped me is using a protein powder, because I'm not going to get enough protein in the day. Also supplements, just like continuing my prenatal and things like that, but trying to get enough calories in the day so that I have enough energy and I'm able to produce enough breast milk, but also not too many so that I can actually lose weight. It is a balancing act, and it is so hard. I don't really know if I have any advice on that. Probably a nutritionist or something, but I haven't gotten to that level. I have just been trying not to overeat. I think just being cognizant of like your portion sizes and like not snacking an insane amount. I don't know. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm definitely losing weight and I'm looking better and I'm feeling more confident. So I think that's important. Listen, it has taken me 3 babies to finally get the nerve to try pelvic floor physical therapy. I've also had C-section, so I was like, I don't need it. No, I did need it. And now looking back on it, I am actually not sure how when you go to like your 6-week postpartum appointment, you're not automatically sent to pelvic floor physical therapist, regardless of vaginal or a C-section. Like, I truly don't understand how that's not the norm, but I finally started doing that because I realized my core was shot. Like, they help with not only like your pelvic floor, obviously it's called pelvic floor PT, but they also help with your core, and like your hips can get so out of alignment, and there's just so much pressure just with pregnancy in general. And then obviously when you go through labor and delivery, that can cause issues, and it has helped me so much with my core, especially talking about C-sections. Rebuilding your core from ground zero back up is actually really difficult, and you can do all of the classes online and all of that, but going to someone in person who is going to like be able to like literally feel inside your pelvic floor and be able to tell you like if you're activating your core correctly and all of the things, like it has transformed everything for me. I used to work out, exercise, all of that, and I never really understood bracing the core and the pelvic floor or any of that until I actually went to pelvic floor therapy after my 3rd pregnancy. And it was life-changing, just learning how to be connected with my pelvic floor and exercises to actually protect my core and rebuild it. That has just been super helpful. I just totally recommend, after you have your babies, to just see a pelvic floor physical therapist, just at least for 1 appointment. This is obvious, but I have included strength training, and nothing crazy because I don't have the time to be going to a gym. I just do not. This is not aesthetic. This is not heavy weightlifting either, because I'm just a girl. Like, I am not out here throwing around 50 pounds or what you have it. That's great if you are, but like in a realistic sense, I'm starting off with like 5-pound dumbbells, 10 pounds, 15s. I just worked up to 20s. Like, it takes time, and it does not have to be aesthetic. You don't need a whole lot of stuff, but just using dumbbells, just 10s, 15s, has helped my body regain a lot of strength. I feel like I've just gotten really weak over the years. And so just doing little quick workouts, and like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Trust me, I used to think I had to be in the gym for like hours. No. Let me tell you, quick 20 to 30 minute full body workouts. I love 20-minute full body workouts. I use the Peloton app a lot. It's really not that much money. It's like $15 a month or so. But you go into a class, they do a quick warm up for you, and you're in and you're out. You don't have to use your mom brain. I love classes like that. I'm sure you can actually get them on YouTube anyways, for free if you were into that. But literally just quick 20-minute blocks of strength training with like 10 or 15 pound dumbbells has done me wonders. I'm totally a big fan of full body because I don't have time to be figuring out upper, lower, none of that. I can't do that. So I just do full body because that honestly, it works everything. Even if we're not even trying to work your core, it still works your core. It does it all in such a quick time. And along with that, because we all just like don't have time going to the gym or classes or whatnot, but I really actually enjoy doing yoga or Pilates in my living room with like my kids around. It's just like one of the easiest things I could do. I literally just put a class on my phone and then I like put it on my TV and I just follow along while my kids are here playing with Barbies or coloring, whatnot. You have it. I'm right here. They're happy mom's here, and I just do quick yoga or Pilates class. I feel like Pilates is becoming huge, but that has helped me so much postpartum wise. A lot of exercises I did at Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy really reminded me of Pilates movements. I feel like the Pilates class, not only does it really help your deep core, which is what I needed and probably what a lot of postpartum moms need, because you get that mom pooch. It happens. And it helped a lot with the mom pooch, but it also helped with like tiny like hip muscles and my glutes, like muscles in there that were just so incredibly weak from pregnancy and life in general. I feel like those Pilates classes, they're deceiving. They're very difficult, but they really help grow or strengthen like the little tiny muscles that make a difference. This is kind of controversial, but I do think running has been by far better for me than walking. Sure, when I was freshly postpartum and not really allowed to exercise too much, I did walking, but after that, running has just been so much better for me. I'm a loved walking, big fan, but I have to say, in a time sense, especially as a busy mom, running burns like double the calories, and I get so much more out of it than a 20-minute walk. You know, walking for 20 minutes versus a run for 20 minutes, that's like a difference of going a mile versus almost 2 miles, you know? So much more calories out, to be honest. And when I say running, I know people are obviously like, I'm gonna shut off this video because they're like, I don't want to run, but doesn't mean you go all out for every run. Literally the first 2 runs are going to be the hardest on you, and then you're going to be like, oh wow, this is not so bad, because you don't have to go so hard on every run where you hate it. No, like most runs, like we're talking about walking a little faster. We're speed walking, but in jogging form. But it is just burning so much more energy, in my opinion. And I think that has just helped my body lose a lot of fat. I don't know. It has totally worked for me. I feel like running is getting really huge. Not only has it helped me so much mentally, because you get all of the benefits of walking, so many more calories are also being burned because I'm able to burn a lot more in the same amount of time. You don't have to give it your all every time. Like, it's just it's like a jog. Let's call it jogging, not running. That has been super helpful. Listen, I'm not a runner. I've never ran before. I just started doing it this postpartum time, and it has been 10 times better for me than walking ever would be. I don't know. Try it out. This one is always discredited, but daily movement is just so important. And listen, I know what it is like. Trust me, I have 3 kids, and I know what it is like to just, you're working and sitting down all day, and then you're sitting on the floor playing with your kids, and you're sitting a lot of the time, and instead just like moving around more, like literally just doing the laundry, up and moving, doing the dishes, just like doing everyday small things can just add up. And I just don't think that is prioritized enough. You know, back in the day, like I think about like when my grandma was a mom, like they didn't really go and exercise, but she looked so good. And like, I just feel like a lot of them in that era looked really good. And I think it was just because they weren't necessarily lazy and like sitting around and scrolling on their phones and stuff. So I just feel like prioritizing movement in the small ways, cleaning up the kitchen, just moving around, cleaning up, organizing things, just like walking around and just keeping yourself occupied and moving throughout the house has been very helpful. In a realistic sense, that is everything that I have done thus far and will continue to do. It has been working for me. Maybe it'll work for you. If we just go back to the basics, sometimes that's just enough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.